Thanks. I've been quite content waiting here, dining at the Third Promises coin. Seems you're ready to ask your questions now. So what is it you'd like to know? The route to Okanu. We go south through the Arch of the Dawn, then follow the road which runs alongside Kusama-uka's river. Is that right? It is. Be warned, however. My brethren tell me of the recent storm has rendered the path even muddier than usual. The footing is quite poor in some parts. Far worse than the destruction visited upon our homes, though. Houses were torn apart and several people injured, if not killed. Even our beloved festival is in danger of being called off this year. If you do still plan on going, I must urge you to proceed with caution. We'll be sure to watch our footing. Thank you. By the way, Trevor, thank you for the resub. I didn't thank you earlier. Hello, Code. Now I'm worried for the Hanu. It sounds as if they were hit by that storm. Anyway, if we're bound for Kusama-uka, we should head over to the Arch. Bam, bam. That's because you didn't put in your full code. You only put in your pre-order code. You got to put in code number 2. Got to follow the instructions on the email. Are we all ready to leave? Then onward to Kusama-uka. Open the way. Probably. I technically did make that video already. Another one couldn't hurt.
Kusama-uka, the land of rainbow terraces. It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail. The many-colored marvel. An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below. To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Wuklamat, we proceeded along the Marsi Trail, a road upon which the Dawn Servant and his comrades once traveled.
Thanks for the 113 months, Mira.
Look at those falls. Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water.
The Isle of Ham was impressive, but as you can see, Tulihiola does not want for natural wonders.
The ground is swampy, so watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
I won't. I told you I've been here before. Come on. Okanu isn't much farther.
It's the dance. Gotta enjoy the dance. There's no stopping the Third Promise, is there? A good thing she has Erenville to keep her from getting lost. For all his grumbling, he's certainly there for her. Everyone should be so lucky to have such a loyal childhood friend. Right, let's get moving. If we continue along this road, we should find ourselves in the village before long. Bow, bow. Time to let Hey, I'm here! In case you didn't know I'm here, I'm letting you know. I'm here. I'm signaling I'm here. Everyone has arrived, and none the worse for wear. Except for a certain third promise who slipped in the mud despite my explicit warning. It's not like I asked you to say anything. Or it's like, I asked you not to say anything. Anyway, this is the Hanu village I was telling you about. Okhanu. That Hanu in the distance looked like he was standing still. It's like our friend said. These people are in no mood for festivities. I can only assume they are still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed. Well, let's do what we came to do and find this Elector. My man. Woman. My woman. Oh, Kali! Oh, what now? It's a Hanu greeting. Surely you heard it the last time you were here. Oh my goodness, I just looked over. Thanks for 10 gifted subs. Well, I was busy enjoying the festival. Greetings to the third promise and her entourage. I, Zanu Hali, welcome you to Okhanu. As elder of my people, I shall be fulfilling the duties of elector during the rite of succession. I'm ready. Give me the feat and test my worth. All in good time, all in good time. I came to let you know we are not quite ready to begin. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. Yes, feat! Right then. It helped to do some investigating at Wachumpelo, so let's take a look around here as well. Might I suggest a division of forces? For instance, Erenville, Alisay, and Kryl could concentrate on the southern half of the settlement. Meanwhile, Wuklamot, Slaka, and myself will handle the northern half. Sounds good to me. Thanks, Noise, for the tier 1, along with the scam train. Trains be scamming. Thanks for the 10 gifted subs again. Aloha, not again. Come on now. Hey, come here. Stop. 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 Hey, stop. Stop. Hey, stop. Hey. Now Ivy's awake too. Look what you did. Look what you did. This is your fault. Ivy, watch out. Go. Hold on, I can't figure out where it's at. Both of you. Chill. Ivy, you like this. Oh my god, you're drooling everywhere. Killing me, Ivy. cat. And now Ivy's back at my feet. When the cats wake, with them they bring a terrible storm. Aloha, stop, dude. You were just napping fine. What are you whining about? Gomi, thanks for the tier 1. Aloha, my dude. You heard about the storm. I've never seen the likes of it before. With the supplies and help of the Dawn Servants sent, we're making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and walls can be patched, there's so much else that was lost for good. I'm serving! He doesn't even like being pet that much. If I just laid on the couch, he would probably be quiet. Or gave him treats. He just wants something. I know how he works. The gaping hole in the wall and missing portion of the roof are clearly work of the storm's powerful winds. Cat's gonna cat. Precisely. A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Hanu I've spoken to are not their usual cheery selves. That storm broke more than wood and reeds. There must be something I can do to help them. I'm going to look around a bit more. Yeah, Aloha always just wants me to sit on the couch. He doesn't even want to sit next to me on the couch. He will then go sit on the opposite side of the couch, but he wants me there. Because he's a jerk. Look what you did, you little jerk. I know that Ivy's up and about. She's going to run around and cause chaos. He doesn't even want my companionship. He wants my presence. He's 10, she's 4. This boat must be woven from the same reeds I've gathered into bundles here and there. The plants hold both practical and cultural significance to the Hanu, then. Hello? Can you all hear me? I'm told they're ready to receive us now. Come to the large building in the south of the village. On my way. We ought to hurry over too. Hey, what's going on, Anu? Thank you and welcome in. Welcome in.
No sign of Zorolja or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Zorolja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Honored guests, I am Zanuhali, Elder of the Hanu.
Aloha, be quiet,
I am also an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado,
it's me.
Let
Well,
us
it's her,
talk
but it's
of
me.
defeat.
Not so fast. Surely you couldn't begin without us.
Remember that oversized lout?
Ugh, you made it after all.
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge. Now, if you would allow me to proceed. It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the Dawn Servant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feat of Reeds.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
Probably reeds. Idiot.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing. How fortunate, then, that my appointment to Elector coincided with this predicament. For surely, those who aspire to be Dawn Servant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
You can't have anything
bother
smart to
mucking
say.
about in the mud when we can take the stone by force?
I was wondering if he was going to say that at some point.
Oh, mercy me. You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're still feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The Feat of Reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use. What of Little Miss Mittens? You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not
Yeah,
even
we'll see
in the
about that.
running. Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
At least you know that. I can give you that much. At least you know that.
Damn it! I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Yeah, let's go. Come on. We're one out of 7. We have to collect all the
Easy
Chaos
now.
Emeralds.
There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
Hey, don't give him that much credit for calling him a Vidral. We're probably going to be fighting a bunch of Vidral for the trials. This expansion, if I had to guess. Ugh. I don't know the first thing about farming, but if there's a way to save the harvest and help the Hanu, then we're going to find it. I'll make Bakul Jaja eat his words. Understanding the nature of the problem will be the key to solving it. We need to examine the reeds themselves, and then deduce the cause of their poor condition. Erenville, will you take us to the fields where the reeds are grown? Of course. Follow me. Alright, I had to make sure I actually got that. Don't mind me just coming through. Instead of the feed of reeds, I want to call it the reed of feeds. You can all stand back. I'll get to the bottom of this problem in no time. Give me strength. Let all of us scour the fields and help our bold leader identify anything unusual. Yeah, it's pretty far away. It's up by the tree for the quest. I remember. They are withered and unhealthy. No obvious contaminants. All right, the soil is suitably moist. The frog isn't really feeling it right now. Any sort of massive creature that's a threat to the land is considered a Vidral. The Serpent Lord is a Vidral, isn't it? I didn't actually read the dialogue or the stuff for the fate, but isn't the Serpent Lord a Vidral? Yeah. Isn't the Serpent Lord the Vidral that Zoral Ja was supposed to? I don't know if it's the same one. Seen enough? I'll call everyone together and we can share our discoveries. Well, what do you think? Any obvious problems? The frogs! Get Quina, she can tell us all about the frogs. I agree. The water looks to be of good quality, as does the mud in which the reeds have been planted. The frogs and insects are unusually torpid. They suggest the problem is not affecting only the reeds, but also the creatures which live among them. And it's raining. Could something invisible to the naked eye be polluting the water? We would need an alchemist to know for certain. I don't have much to add to the fields, but something else occurs to me. When you were describing how the creatures seem lifeless, I couldn't help but be reminded of all the listless villagers. They've suffered a terrible tragedy. I know. But there is another reason for their flagging spirits, I believe. Go on. The festival. This is traditionally an occasion for celebration and renewal. So without it, the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. The last time I visited, the village was in the middle of the festivities. You'll never see the Hanu more joyful and alive. It's an indispensable part of their culture, and its absence will only compound their woes. So I say we help put on their festival. Give them a reason to cheer in these sad times. Who knows? Maybe fixing one problem could lead us to a solution for the other. Right? I fail to see the relation between the festivals and fields. Let's not be too hasty in dismissing the idea. Things which seem unrelated can later prove to be connected in surprising ways. True, and bereft of ideas as we are, any proposal is worth entertaining. I suppose. Besides, this is Wuk-Lamat's journey. It's only right we follow her lead. Thanks, everyone. By the way, does anyone know where the festival float is? It's like a boat woven from reeds that look like a bird. It's in that big building to the north. Let's go and see it. There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. Yeah, gee, I wonder why that is, Aaronville. Hey, you know, I do all my own editing and emails and everything, and I very rarely have arguments with myself. I won't say never, but I'll say very rarely. Ah, joke's on you. I don't have to listen to that guy. I love my inner monologue. Yes, this is the float I remember. Does it not appear to be somewhat damaged to you? We should take a closer look. It is very damaged. Bird! It's missing an eye. Its tail is messed up, and there's one other, and one of the masts is broken. Oh dear, one of the bird's eyes appears to be missing a gemstone. Oh, that's definitely broken. How would they lift this great big vessel without all the carrying poles intact? These tail feathers have seen better days. I swear the colors were a lot brighter than when I last saw them. Well, I think we can all agree this bird boat is in dire need of repairs. Now, how do we go about fixing it? What is going on here? We were admiring your festival float. 'Tis a shame it's in such poor state due to the recent storm, I gather. Yes, we had to leave it exposed while we ushered our people to safety. With the float in this condition, there can be no lifting of wings. No Ihihana. Ihihana! That's what the festival was called. I want to help you hold it. Have you not seen our village? Homes are ruined. We're struggling to make repairs and you want us to hold a harvest festival? I know how it sounds, but giving into misery never improved anyone's situation. A celebration of life and growth may help give you the strength to work through this tragedy. The role of festival leader is mine this year. And there's nothing more I would like more than to lift everyone's spirits. But we don't have enough materials to repair the float. We would need abokiza for the missing eye, uyuipo wood for the poles, and feathers from the wind's chosen to adorn the tail. 2 of these I know. Abokiza is a type of precious stone used in arcane equipment, and uyuipo wood is essential for crafting ceremonial instruments. These chosen feathers, however. The wind's chosen is the victor of the competition. in which the contestants see who can blow a feather the furthest using wind magics. That's something of a problem right now. We Hanu Hanu are gifted at employing such airy sorceries, but expend a great deal of mana when doing so. We are soon exhausted by the effort, and having no reeds to eat will only make it harder. I think I understand. Your vibrant reeds grow quickly and vigorously, so much so that they stifle the development of nearby plants. They must be a potent source of energies that you naturally lack. They are indeed. Owing to the poor harvest this year, we've been left enervated. If we cannot gather the correct materials as dictated by custom, we cannot repair the festival float. Oddly enough, we may have just stumbled upon a solution. The winds chosen would, by necessity, have a natural gift for manipulating magical energies, which means any feathers taken from the victor should be high in ethereal conductivity. The float's construction also requires a stone used in arcane equipment, as well as timber favored by ceremonial tools. The demand for such specific materials must have an underlying reason. The float must also function as an arcane device, meaning it helps the crops. Precisely what I was thinking. This boat of reeds is in fact an arcane focus of some kind. A focus? For what? Oh, Ihihana is a harvest festival, isn't it? That must mean the float was made to encourage healthy crops. So if we repair the boat and hold the festival, its arcane powers might fix what's wrong with the reeds. We won't know until we try, but 'tis a sound theory. Celebration, prayer, ritual ceremonies, these have all been known to elicit miraculous effects. Yeah, including primal summonings! Not trying to summon the primal of reeds! Wait. The float. A tool for magic. This is the first I'm hearing of it. In the beginning, it may well not have been. After a good harvest year, there would be no reason to change it. But when the harvest was poor, new adornments were likely added, and those who have performed the labor may have imbued their work with ardent hopes for a brighter future. Through the years of trial and error, the Hanu would have refined their festival float into a focus for harvest prayers. Incredible. I know you're practically fainting from hunger, but reviving Ihihana really does sound like a solution to all your woes, and I promise we'll do everything in our power to help you. I'm still not convinced about this focus business, but I accept your aid nonetheless. I will introduce you to the shipwright who's been maintaining the float these last few years. He's replaced both the eyes and poles before, so he should know where and how to procure what we need. Then allow Alice and I to acquire the feathers. We will encourage the people of Okhanu to gather and vie for the title of Winds Chosen by sharing with them our own reserves of mana. I'll go with you. I carry some alchemical brews that may afford the same effect. Good afternoon, David. What'd you miss? Just a little bit of Dawntrail MSQ. The three of us will visit the shipwright then. Not without me. I worked hard to fix the float as best I can. The responsibility is mine, after all. I've not introduced myself, have I? My name is Linu Hanu. Nice to meet you, Linu Hanu. And certainly, let's all go together. Thanks to Wuklamot, we found ourselves a promising way forward. Experience and knowledge are valuable assets, but there's something to be said for following one's instincts. The shipwright's name is Wuk Evu. He's a Zibral who's only moved to Kozamauka a few years ago, but has since mastered our customs to an almost frightening degree. He's especially strict when it comes to manners, so make sure to offer him a proper Hanu Hanu greeting. We wouldn't want to offend him right before asking for a favor. A proper Hanu Hanu greeting. Oh, that one. Don't worry, I remember how it goes. Then we shouldn't have any problems. Let's head to Okbek Bay. to the east of here. Yeah, I'm enjoying it thus far. I had a feeling I would. Oh, I gotta get my stretch on. To the northeast. I'll get that one after. This is Okbekbe, the village of all. Those who drifted to Kozamauka from Tuliolal and elsewhere are welcome to live here amongst the Hanu. As for Wukevu, he lives and works in the House of Waters High, at the top of that large tree nearby. Follow me, but I should warn you, the climb up the stairs can be challenging. Rand, thanks for the 12 months. Welcome back. Oh. My eyes have been irritated all morning. Sorry. That's my favorite part of the song. I have like 2 mounts on this character in case you couldn't tell. I think it's also set to favorites, isn't it? Oh, it's because I copied my settings from my other character, right. Because I copied the settings, it also copied the favorites. Here, I can add a few more to favorites. Get a little bit of variety up in here. There we go. Got some raid bosses in here, you know. See, they were worried about the climb up the stairs. They just didn't bring their own Eden mounts.
What do you want with me?
Help. Do the thing, Wuklamot. Do the thing.
Right. The greeting.
This song.
Ohokali.
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 He's really into it. Oho! Well, you gotta do both
Good.
first.
You brought your manners with you.
Ohokali!
When in Ukanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course. To live together means to learn about each other.
Valuable.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind.
What about open bees?
In fact, I get the sense we've met before.
Probably when she came for the festival before.
You're Wuklamot. Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Wukevu. Here I am prattling on about manners, and I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette.
You'll be alright, man.
Please, take up your axe and claim my impudent head.
I will not. Keep your head. I hate formalities anyway, so forget about it, alright?
All right then. Consider it forgotten.
That was easy. Okay.
How prompt.
We're actually here about the Ihihana float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you work with Uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
Abokisha, that's how it's pronounced.
That I do. But while I would like nothing more than to offer my services, I just used the last I had of both those materials.
That's why we're gonna bring you more.
My lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent storm. I'll need 10 days or so to restock.
We can't wait that long. If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey? That's utterly unconscionable.
Wookavu.
A gross violation of social protocol.
Let me tell you, she'll learn.
I told you not to worry about such things.
I know all about this.
All right then. I shan't worry a whit.
Also very prompt.
What's with your Hanu friend there?
I am festival leader this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair.
Floats repair.
As strange as
Okay.
it may sound, Wuklamat and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Struggling reeds. Okay. Trying to get his verbiage down.
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
Well, maybe a little.
Yeah.
Allow me to show you where to procure Uyuipo.
Show me. Just point. You're at the top of
We
a...
can leave the Abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola, or thereabouts, and you should find the stones you need.
Perfect.
I've been there once or twice. I can guide you.
Perfect.
That should save us some time.
All right then, let's get moving.
Reporting to Bakul Jaja, I see. Should probably blow my nose real quick so I don't keep sniffling.
Chosen one of your rivals is making progress.
Ihihana, you say? Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out. The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
Hetroid, thanks for the tier 3. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good one. No, it's 1 then 3 then 6. Loose in text, but it's still 6 in total. Cave Kikitola is southwest of Okanu. We can return to the village first, then head there on foot. No, it is not, Makura. It is 1, then 3, then 6. Oh, I mean, yeah, so you mean adding them together. I'm talking about total time. You're talking about the additive time of each. Yes, you're technically correct. We're just referring to it in two different ways. Southwest of here, was it? Let's be on our way. Bam, ba, bam, bam. Oh. Knocked my magnetic head pillow off. Gotta jam as I run through. Or drive through, I suppose. Cave Kikitola has promised. Home of to many deadly creatures. Venture inside if you feel confident. But I will conduct my own search out here. You can spot raw Abokija by its green-hued glimmer. Well, I'm colorblind, so it's a good thing there's quest markers. Bring anything matching that description to me. I shall help scour the inside of the cave then. You take the west half and I'll take the east. Dex, thanks for the Prime sub. Let me just grab that real quick. I actually forgot to grab this when I came through here on my main. I just literally like walked right past. I was like, where's the current? I'm not doing Six Fates. It's a complete waste of time. As someone who's gone through all the zones, stopping to do the Six Fates made it take way longer. The real answer is go buy the SDS Fenrir. Yeah, I finished. I have 50 something vouchers already, Lucent Tex. I'm over a 10th the way to my sugar glider. There is no New Game Plus for Dawn Trail yet. I picked over the ground near the entrance but found nothing. Did you have better luck inside the cave? Yep, you need all the zones max to buy vouchers. Yes, this is Abokija. Along with Cryol's contribution, we have more than enough for our needs. The stones you brought shine very brightly. I thank you both. He would have been happy, no, I'm happy, to know we are putting things right. Truth be told, a good friend of mine was meant to be the festival leader for this year's Ihihana. But when the big storm hit, he did not survive. It fell to me to carry on in his stead. That was why you agreed to Wuklamat's request, despite your initial reluctance. Yes, it hurt to hear, but she was right. Though I must mourn, I cannot let my grief consume me. Her words made me realize that the path to my recovery, our recovery, is already laid out before me, and I will walk it for myself and for my friend. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Please rest assured that we've taken your plight to heart. I'm certain our companions are procuring the other materials as we speak. Everything will come together and the Hanu shall host a splendid, uplifting festival. That we shall. With that, let us return and deliver the Abokija into Wukevu's waiting hands. To the northwest. I don't remember if there's a quest up in the northwest. I'm going to go up there and grab it real quick. I think there's a side quest after I do this next part. More Titan music. I don't remember if this one was up top. I think I remember thinking it was going to be up top. I don't remember if it... No, but it wasn't. Right. I remembered. I was like, no, check around the tree trunk first. I'm pretty certain I thought this one was going to be up top last time, but I found it without doing it. And I was like, I don't want to have to climb the thing and then find out the hard way. Oh, no, that one's super easy now. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't bother getting Arc. Oh, I didn't mean to... For some reason, I thought it was dismounted. I got right back on the same one. No, I'm happy. It's alright, because we've got the other Eden mount. I've got all the Eden mounts. Hi, that's my name. Am I Sneck? No. I cannot give you 100 gemstones. Honestly, it's funny. The only thing I want the Super Fates for now is this one free gem voucher for the Super Fates. Thanks to the third promise and her mighty swings, we've collected some suitable logs for Yuipo. What of the Abokija? Yes, these are excellent samples. A goodly quality, too. This stage, you've likely surmised that the lifting of wings encourages the crops to grow. But not exactly how, eh? Well, you're in for a treat. If all goes to plan, the result should be spectacular. Now to get to work crafting these pieces for the float, I could use an assistant versed in the arcane arts to enhance the Yuipo's conductivity. Then I'd be delighted to help. Everyone else should head back to Okhanu. We'll join you at the float once the work here is complete. Thank goodness. I should have probably just set my return point there. I knew I was going to have to go back to it like 3 or 4 times. Alright. Gathering the Yuipo was a trial in and of itself. At first, Vukivu criticized everything I did. Then he suddenly yelled, "I've spoken ill of the third promise and must punish myself," and proceeded to slam his head into a Yuipo tree. I told him not to worry about it. Again, it was like snuffing out a candle. He's an odd one, that's for sure. At least we've seen to the poles in New Eye. Now we just have to wait for the feathers from the twins. We should get some rest before the excitement begins. Over there, by the float. Isn't that the third promise? Then the rumors are true. She's trying to complete the feat of reeds by reviving Ihihana. The festival is a prayer for healthy crops, but does she honestly believe that would be enough to save our harvest? The second promise, meanwhile, barely glanced at the fields before leaving Alkanu altogether. Maybe we ask too much of our young claimants. Oh, I wouldn't be too quick to count Koana out. A friend of mine overheard him muttering by the reeds. Something about what needs to be done. What the reeds needs? Is that so? Perhaps we'll get to see another of his innovations firsthand. That sounds like our Koana. One look at reeds was all he needed to think up a solution. Be that as it may, our own solution is nearly ready. Indeed, as soon as the others get back, our long-awaited festival can begin. It took some doing, but we managed to gather competitors to vie for the title of Winds Chosen. The winner was only too happy to donate his feathers. You should have seen it. He called forth an incredible gust that sent his feathers sailing for Malms. We had a turn ourselves, but it's more difficult than it looks. Poor Erenville twirled in the air for a moment before landing on his foot. I am a gleaner. Magic is not part of our training. As for us, we brought the wooden gemstone replacements crafted by Wukevu. All that's left is to attach them. Has it been decided who will ride the float? Papa was the guest of honor the last time I was here. Remember being surprised they could even lift the thing with his hulking weight on top of it. The rider must be a personage of great esteem, which is why an invitation is usually extended to the Dawn Servant. This time, however, I have another in mind. Oh, who is it? Our beloved Ihihana, the lifting of wings is only being held because of you and your companions. Thus do I nominate you, Wuklamat, as our guest of honor. Huh? Me? The boat won't make me seasick, will it? I don't think so. Then weigh anchor. I can hardly refuse a request from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I would be delighted to ride your float. Thank you, Wuklamat. I have roles for the rest of you. We'll be carrying the festival float in a slow procession towards Kozanouki, where the sacred likeness of Kijaihi is in... Worst part about trying to voice this is trying to get these names right. is ensconded. What I'd like you to do is clear the path of dangerous wildlife so that the procession can move along unimpeded. Consider it done. You expect me to sit still until Wukevu is finished with the float? Let me come along and help with the clearing. As you know, I'm not much for fighting. I'll stay behind and assist Wukevu with the repairs. If you aren't sure where you need to go, the path I spoke of begins at the south of the village and branches off east. That will lead you across the bridges to the Stride of the Sun. Then we shall see to clearing it end to end. Dude, I find myself humming all the themes as I'm going through. A very real command. It's just the tome body. The level 90 tome body. The 660 tome body, I should say. As Linu Hanu said, Kozanuiki should be down this way, then off to the east when the path branches. Then something about bridges and the Stride of the Sun. Anyway, let's split up and get to work. Once you've called all the threats you can find, we'll meet up in front of Kijaihi. There's just the credendum. Credendum. I like that I wait here, and then the monsters are like, get him! Monsters heckin' love purple smoke. Are you winning, son? I'm always winning. Or whining. Depends on the spelling. This is the internet after all. Goodbye. Boop. Hello, Guyvo. I mean, I don't know where the store... I know where the locations are. I don't know anything about the locations. There's only one thing that I reasonably am pointing out and laughing about. Yeah, but knowing most of the bosses doesn't really reveal a whole lot. You show those frogs. Damn, get blasted. You mean one tank? So that has nothing to do with anything. We've been doing stuff like that for ages. You don't need any healers to beat most dungeons. Just gotta be careful. You do 4 healers, 4 DPS, 4 tanks, doesn't even matter. Ah, you were a step ahead of us. This must be the likeness of Kijaihi. The Hanu deity of the harvest. Excuse me. I was half expecting a flying whale. Where's Bismarck? Yeah, and? That has nothing to do with Viper or Picto. You've never needed a tank to do dungeons. One of the ancients' creations. 'Tis possible a vestigial memory of that time endured. A subconscious recollection from the inheriting soul provides the basis for an entirely new religion. Yeah, that's Quetzal's pretzels. I have no idea what that means. As far as I know, Kijaihi was worshipped on another continent. This ancient faith was then brought to Tiral by the first Hanu. The Hanu migrated here from another continent. Then mayhap the two do share a common ancestor. This is all very fascinating, but shouldn't we be getting back to Hanu? He'll want to know the path is safe for procession. Right, and I need to ride on the float. I'll run ahead and tell him we're done here. Meanwhile, in Okhanu. What are you doing, Buckle Jaja?
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you. Much less one that can't even manage a simple greeting.
We wanted to handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you.
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, please hurry. She's on her way back already?
Stand back, Wukevu! I will protect the float!
That's not good.
Are you trying to be brave, little bird?
I could never have repaired the float alone. Not properly. But thanks to Wuklamat and her friends, we can hold Ihihana again!
Just keep talking to him.
This is a priceless treasure! And as festival leader, I would die to protect it!
Very well, if that's what you want.
Cha-cha!
He's strong.
I put everything into that blow.
Good. The better for you to understand the gulf between us. But you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
Dude, I can teleport. I'll be there in like 2. Yeah, we can all teleport, idiot. You don't have that much of a head start.
Your brilliant plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings. We'll crush you each in turn. Or all together, if you like.
Calm yourself, Chosen One. If you fight in earnest, this will end in a massacre.
Yeah, for him.
We have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success.
Then it would be foolish to expend effort sweating gnats.
I'll show you a gnat.
Lucky for you. Eh?
No, you have no idea, sir. Sirs.
Ugh, 2 heads. I see Mamuk still clings to that loathsome hope.
I'll show you gnats. These gnats.
Talk to us, Third Promise. You're not dying, are you?
It'll take more than that to kill me. So, are we having this festival or not?
Yes.
Yes! Yes,
His
we
face.
are.
I love his face. Very happy bird face. No, he's not Mr. Happy. He's Lee Nuhanu. Thank you for coming to our rescue. I tried to protect the float, but against that two-head, I may as well have not been there at all. Nonsense. You stood your ground and bought us the time we needed to make it back. You are incredibly brave. Damn right he was. With that exciting interlude over, you'd be pleased to know that my repairs are finished as well. Before we commence the festival, however, it would be courtesy to inform the villagers that Ihihana will be held after all. Go forth, but do not forget your greetings. At this stage, I should hope the reminder is unnecessary. Oho Kali! See? I remember. Oho Kali! When we eventually do Hanu quests, we are certainly getting that as an emote. Oho Kali! Oho Kali! Oho Kali! Make sure I spell it right. There we go. Oho Kali! Thank you very much for letting me know. I'd very much like to attend the festival, but the repairs should be finished as soon as possible. What to do? What to do? The float as a mount would be pretty nice as well, yeah. Oho Kali! The festival is about to begin. What do you expect me to say? Besides, of course I'll be there. Cleaning up the storm's aftermath may have been hard for us all, but the lifting of wings is tradition, and a joyous one at that. I won't sit here brooding my days away. Give me a moment to get ready. Oho Kali! What? The float is fixed. Our fallen friends would be glad to know that Ihihana will soon be underway. They would have wanted us to honor them with celebration, not let their loss deter us from it. I must go and enjoy the festival for those who no longer can. Damn right, we're gonna fix your crops. Everything will be better. The hunter were pleased to hear their festival was going ahead, I imagine. That is well. Once your friends return, the lifting of wings can begin at last.
So few have come.
Patience. Once Ihihana gets underway, no Hanu will be able to resist joining in.
Just so. Ukewu knows well the heart of the Hanu. Have faith, Third Promise, and climb aboard the float. It is time for the lifting of wings.
We will fix it.
Right. Off we go.
Ihihana is a prayer for bountiful harvest. But this is not its only meaning.
Yes?
It is also an exchange of pledges between rider and bearers, a commitment to a long and fruitful friendship.
Listen well, friends! The personage we bear today is Wuk-Lamat, the savior of our beloved festival! Let your shoulders burn, or your feathers fall out, but do not even think of dropping her! Ready and...
I swear, if that's what our mount ends up looking like. If that's what the mount looks like with them carrying it like that, I'm sent. And then they just dangle from it when we fly like the
Will empty
Namazu
belly
do.
stop you from joining in the fun? Come and help us carry the float!
Well, well, well. To see the day that Dawn's promise would ride our boat again. We've not had the honor since you were here, Gulul Jaja.
Hey, I can see
Right.
one dance
Even
they
up
still
bears
have.
now. Onwards to Kozanuaki!
I recognize that dance anywhere. Literally putting some pep back in their step. Quetzalcoatl.
Watch well, for you are about to bear witness to the true glory of Ihihana.
All the peoples. Now we'll summon a primal.
The float draws upon our life force, concentrating and amplifying the energy. Keshaihi then receives that energy and expels it in a great burst, where it showers down upon the land to replenish its vital currents.
That's pretty noticeable. That's also pretty noticeable.
It worked.
Like a literal charm.
The float really was helping the reeds.
That was amazing! To think that such a thing was even possible.
Yeah, they just really wanted to show off all the new foliage. It looks so beautiful. Should I have left the float behind like that? I was so excited to see the reeds. Nothing to worry yourself over. My brethren have been swept up by festival fever. Last I saw, they were taking turns at the carrying poles on the way back to the village. Please feel free to look over the fields and enjoy the sight of what you've accomplished.
Some of them still look a bit sickly.
That's where your brother comes in.
I imagine even the harvest magic has its limits. If the Hanu continue their festival tradition year after year, though, the entire field should eventually recover.
Where does that leave us with the feet, then?
You've got nothing to fear on that account.
Yeah, come on. Now what do you think? They're just going to be like, that's not enough.
Our situation could never have resolved itself. The revival of even a single reed would have served to demonstrate your commitment to the task. That you recognized the nature of the float and found a near-perfect solution in Ihihana proves your dedication. What's more, I don't think I've seen the festival produce such impressive results since I was a mere chirper. We have been lax in maintaining the float, diluting its magic, and reducing
Their chat was wondering how they didn't notice.
Hollow theater.
Yeah, there it is. Poor maintenance of the float. Its arcane magic's not as strong. It wasn't actually producing that effect anymore.
I was delayed by an unpleasant encounter, but it seems I arrived at a good time.
Something that produces an effect similar to the entire festival, yeah.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
It's got that GMO.
You just pour in some mystery liquid and problem solved?
Stagnant ether was to blame for the reed's poor condition. I assumed that was an alchemical concoction which enhances ethereal conductivity.
Very smart of you, Alphino.
It utilized the flowing water as an ethereal current, thereby promoting the transfer of life energies.
A method I could not have devised without the education I received at the Studium and the cooperation of my Archon allies.
Perfect.
Archon allies?
You see, Lamachi, this is why we need to embrace foreign knowledge and technology. Employed appropriately, they make light work of what would otherwise be arduous labor. There's no need to lug around heavy floats.
Hey, tradition's still kind of cool, man.
Well, you always were the clever one, brother.
Your approach was no less effective, Wuk-Lamat. It achieved the same result.
And it respected
Indeed
their
it did.
traditions.
And you enjoyed the festival, yes?
We helped repair their damaged...
I did. It was so
like,
much fun. Having
their
visited
damaged
your
souls.
village before, I thought I knew everything about it. As it turns out, I knew very little. About the reeds, about Ihihana.
And you took the time to learn about the cultures.
With all I've learned this time, I feel as though I've really come to know the Hanu.
He just took a shortcut. He doesn't get
I
it.
like you even more now than I did before.
That's a weird thing to say, Wuk-Lamat. I like you even more now.
The feeling is mutual. And it's not just you who had a lot to learn either. I'll never look at our float the same way again.
The two of you have exceeded expectations. Come forth and claim your stones.
Two down.
5 more to go.
We've collected another Chaos Emerald.
And on to the next.
Not even a moment of celebration. That's Kona for you.
See, they don't even want to get to know the people. They just want the prize
Third
at the
promise,
end.
You must
That's
join
messed
us
up.
for Ihihana next season. As Dawn Servant, of course.
Right. It's back to Tulihiola for now. Thank you for having us. I look forward to seeing you all again.
These are interesting times indeed.
Look at this idiot.
The concoction was brewed by Kona himself. It's a test vial, but it should contain the same reagents.
Good work. We'll use whatever we must to win. For win we must.
Well, you won't. My journey has just started and I've already met so many wonderful people. Hukevu for one. He is a bit eccentric, but everyone could stand to be as respectful of other cultures as he is. And Linu Hanu. It warmed my heart to see him honor his departed friend to Ihihana, to help others do the same. I can't help but feel excited thinking who else I might meet over the course of the contest. Come on, let's head back to Zibaltai. Of course. I'm actually going to set my home point here real quick. I always forget to move my home point. That's true, Midnight. That's what I do every expansion. It was in Best Way Burrows before. Yeah, we could definitely have used the new location. Look at us. The contest has barely begun. Oh, I didn't see. That's not a random FC invite. That's the FC that my main is in. The contest has barely begun and we already have 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brothers aren't doing this well. We can only hope. We've now won keystones from both the Feat of Reeds and the Feat of Gold. Surely that means our approach to the contest was the right one. So it would seem. By continuing to retrace Galul Jaja's journey as presented in the saga, we should find the remaining electors in turn. Then let's visit the Giants next. Like Kryl said, the fact that they were searching for the Golden City means they know something useful. The home of the Yaktui is in the upper reaches of Urkopacha. Unless you're keen on scaling the cliffs, we'll have to take the long way around, to Kozamauka. This route will take us close to the Moblin village, which is another important location in the saga. Since we'll need all the keystones eventually, It makes sense to pay them a visit while we're passing through. So we call on the Moblins first. Let's head there right now. I'm afraid right now is going to be a problem. The flight of Wee Wingless, the great stairs leading to the Moblin settlement, collapsed in the storm. What do we do then? There is an alternative, but it requires preparation. Until it's ready, you could rest at the cabins or see more of the city, whichever you prefer. Just to be sure, you'll accept any method of travel as long as it gets us to our destination. Of course. Who do you take me for? Then as your guide, I will see to your arrangements. Well, it seems we have some free time on our hands. Let us make the most of it. I need to get my axe repaired. I nicked the blade pretty bad when I took a swing at Bakul Jaja. That reminds me, I never got around to introducing you to Ropley, did I? He's the man in charge of Wachimeki Meki, and a good person to know. Want to come along? Let's go then. Ready? The markets of Wachimeki Meki are to the east, on the other side of the Bayside Bevy. Fortunately for me, I can just do this. Oh, to be fair, it's actually not that far to that one, so I just run. Bam, bam, ba, dam, ba, dam, bam. This is Auntie's Tacos, named for its owner here, the lovely Tiso. If you're after the best tacos in Tuliyollal, this place sits at the top with Jebel Thai. Oh, there they are. You say that, Third Promise, but you'll only ever eat at Old Brookhavu's food. Come and buy mine for a change. Sorry, Tiso. It has been a while, hasn't it? I swear I'll stop by for a bite once the contest is over. My, the Third Promise. How might I assist you this fine morning? Well met, Ropley. I need to buff a nasty nick out of my axe blade. Yes, it's been chipped quite terribly. Trying to cleave rocks again, were we? There's something like that. Think you can fix it? You stand among Tyrell's most prestigious gathering of artisans and ask this question? 'Tis child's play. We'll have it repaired for you in 2 shakes of an alpaca's tail. Good to hear. I'll leave it in your capable hands. Who's your companion, if I may ask? This is Slaka, great adventurer I recruited from across the salt. I brought him here to meet you, actually. Thought he might have reason to visit Wachimeki Meki sooner or later. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Ropley, humble representative of this grand center of trade. Pleasure to meet you, Slaka. You there. Stop dithering in the shadows and announce your business already. Oh, it's you. I've seen that man somewhere before. He was on the boat. He's making a new start for himself. He said that he hopes it goes better than the last time. A jewelry maker you met on the voyage over. Oh, I remember. I spoke with him too. Fontaine? Yes, that was his name. You've been loitering like a flighty admirer who can't pluck up the courage to confess his feelings. Out with it then. Why are you here? That is to say... Ah! And we're no closer to solving that enigma. I wonder if he could use someone to talk to. I say we go and ask. Let me know by link pearl if you find him first. Well, I have quest markers with Lamont, so I probably will. Lead me to my role quests, fool. He's up by the water, isn't he? Actually, don't remember. Found him pretty quick the first time through. Could have swore he was down here. And then he takes you to this spot. With Brooke. Yeah, the X's were a good bit of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed. Like that person just standing there. Hey, kids! I think he's right over there. Remember him being tucked up? There he is. Remember him being tucked on this side of the map somewhere. I just didn't see him. Hello, sir. You were conversing with Master Ropley. But wait, we've met before, haven't we? On the ship. I remember you well. You found him. Good, I'll be right there. Why did you run off like that? Did you have business with Ropley or not? Please, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. I'm undeserving of such attention. What are you going on about? I beg of you, do not ask me to explain. Do not. Bendis, thanks for the 43 months, by the way. Wait, that was a while ago, actually. I think that was off stream. Why is this not updated? Mr. Dax, okay. Sorry, but the more you tell me not to, the more curious I become. Besides, you look like you need a friend. You are too kind. So be it. Suppose I can share with you a morsel of my misery. Before I came to Tuliolal, I worked as a goldsmith at the most prestigious jewelry maker in all of Ul'dah, Esthames Aesthetics. Oh, it started off well enough, but as the days passed, everything began to go wrong. Compared to the masterpieces of my talented colleagues, my products were lacking. Mediocre! I lost all confidence. Crippling doubt had possessed me, and any veneer of bravado I tried to put forth soon cracked beneath its weight. Thus did I take ship, hoping to find a fresh beginning on new shores. Yet as you witnessed, I lacked the courage to even approach a potential employer. You stand before a man wallowing in the wreckage of his ill-spent existence. Alright then. You offered a morsel, and served us a full course. You must have really wanted someone to hear your story. If you like, I could try to give you a few words of advice. Then, you have experience with my predicament? of feeling terribly inadequate compared to your undeniably superior peers? Well, when you put it that way, literally her entire, like, mental thought process. Yeah. Pretty much on the money. Not me. I am Wuk-Lamat, third promise of Tuliolal, daughter of the Dawn Servant. Of course, you're a member of the royal family. Please forgive my presumptuousness. But what of you? Have you ever measured your work against that of your colleagues and found yourself wanting? You can't measure your worth on the success of others. I have to tell this to my streamer friends all the time to stop comparing themselves to other streamers. How can I not? Should my work not meet in the same exacting standards, no new commission will be forthcoming. What then was the point of me becoming a goldsmith? Looking back, 'twas my father who inspired me to take up the trade. His exquisite creations brought radiant smiles to the faces of his clients, and I admired him deeply for it. But in the course of striving to be as great a goldsmith as him, I lost sight of my original motivation. All I ever wanted was to spread joy through my craft as he did. Perhaps I will give this one last try. Thank you both for reminding me what is truly important. What is truly important? Oh, sorry, Slacker. I didn't mean to ignore you. But yes, I'm glad to see that Fontaine is giving himself another chance. And you gave me meat! I can't help but wonder if Fontaine will follow through. Let's see if he's actually going to talk with Rapley. Sure thing. I can't really get that much closer. Oh, yes, I can. Oh, I didn't actually grab that one. So I'll grab that one when I go back. That was the one I forgot to grab. Was the one at Wachimeki Meki. Don't worry, I knew Golly. Honestly, one of the best thank yous I could get is being given meat. No, this one's grilled. I was going to say, it's not a raw steak. It's just letting you know that it was marinated before it was grilled. In mezcal. Now I want to do that. I want to get some mezcal and marinate a steak in it. Gimme. 'Twas kind of you to come, but you needn't worry. I found my courage. Pray accept my apologies for my earlier behavior. My name is Fontaine, and I'm a goldsmith from Ul'dah in faraway Eorzea. I realize this is a bold request, but I should like to continue practicing my trade here in Wachimeki Meki, if you will have me. I ask only for the opportunity to bring happiness to others with my creations. So that's what this was about. You are looking for work. Consider yourself hired. Wachimeki Meki is always in need of skilled craftsmen and women. I'll handle the necessary paperwork. Can you start tomorrow? Yes, of course. I must thank you both again for your sage and timely advice. I don't know that I was all that helpful. But you were. Had you not come to speak with me, I would not have had the moment of much-needed self-reflection. The arrangements have been made. Come and meet me at the entrance of the High Tide Harbor. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you have my axe ready, Rupley? Ready and waiting. Behold the sublime touch of a Wachumeki artisan. It's as sharp and as deadly as the first day I held it. Thank you. Well, good luck to you, Fontaine. Let me know if that doubt creeps back in. I'd be happy to talk you out of it. And for us, we should head to the harbor. Wouldn't want to keep Erinville waiting. Oh, Erinville! I make a party for the dungeon. I already did it with all the trusts. The only thing I still want to do with the trusts again is the trials. Like in my, well, I mean, the first two at least. Enough with the secrecy. What's the big plan of yours? Look there. That is my big plan. What is that? It's a punity. She'll be pulling our boat upriver. How do we know she won't thrash about and sink us instead? They're gentle and timid creatures, for the most part. She is unlikely to cause a fuss unless you give her a reason to. Well, time to give them a reason to. First alpacas, now punities. We're relying a lot on animals for this journey. We should be thankful to have an animal expert as our guide then. But did it have to be my old nemesis? Another boat? Well, I took you for someone who was up to the challenge. Was I wrong? Long ago, when fighting still raged between the clans, the inhabitants of Kozamauka rode these riverboats to move swiftly through hostile territory. But the vessels see little use with Taral now at peace, so I was able to borrow one of the few which remain. I did consider a dirigible, but the pilots warned me that the updrafts near the falls would make landing difficult. You said you borrowed one, yet there appear to be several on the water. Gonna! Lamati, traveling up the river, I presume. Seems that way. Does this mean you've earned 2 keystones already? I can't believe how well you managed despite undertaking the contest alone. I was never alone. I've had my own entourage with me since the beginning. My friends, it's been, well, not that long. Thancred, Urianger, what are you doing here? Escorting a promise, the same as you. I've heard as much of the incomparable Archons during my time at the Studium. As soon as the contest was confirmed, I thought who better to recruit to my cause. I contacted the Skalak, who arranged an introduction to these 2 gentlemen. The second promise had very specific requirements. They who would be his assistants must boast both proven survival skills and mastery of the arcane arts. Thus did Thancred and I receive summons. My own studies concentrated on technology which our people could readily use, such as inventions born of Magitech, or clever engineering. Where magic was concerned, I covered only the foundation. Knowing you two, I expect you had other reasons for accepting the job? A few. The nation of Tuliyollal spans an entire continent. Depending on who wins the throne, the world may be plunged into instability once more. Ever have we striven to preserve peace? Where is our place if not here and now? We did our due diligence, of course, and made sure of who we were working with before agreeing to his endeavor. He's even more opaque than Orionje at times, but surprisingly... That's quite enough of that. We must be on our way. Wait. I have one question before you leave. Koana and Wuk-Lamat are vying for the throne. As Koana's entourage, does that mean you're resolved to defeat all his opponents? Including us? We're sworn to do all in our power to win this contest for Koana, even if it means competing against our own comrades. We intend to hold nothing back, and expect you to do the same. And we won't disappoint you. Except my character, who looks like he's been nothing but a disappointment his entire life. I thought you were taking a boat. If even you have been forced to travel on water, then the others will be doing the same. I would rather walk than risk confrontation on a leaky barge with no possibility of retreat. It's true that I can't stand boats. But I trust the route Erenville has chosen for us. Don't be shy, Erenville. Leave the handling of the Punity to me. Should other wildlife attack us, however, I may have difficulty keeping her under control. Do your best to draw them away. As far away from the boat as possible. Then we shall remain on deck and stand guard. Although it may be wise to have at least one of us sit up front with Erenville, just in case. I'd like to stay on the deck. I'm eager to put my Pictomancy to the proof. And I'll take any chance to show you that I can hold my own on the battlefield. Then Cryo will stand guard with Slaka. Hi! I'll keep Erenville company then. With my blade, I can respond more quickly to threats than Alphinaud. Thank you. If a fight breaks out, I'll try to stay out of your way. Then I shall endeavor to provide aid where it is needed. I can do that as well. That should cover most eventualities. Secure your gear and board the boat when you're ready. Alright, if anyone wants to do the level 91 dungeon, I'm going to make a PF for it. I've already done it with the Trust, so I've seen all the interactions before, so might as well do a party this time. Let the hunt begin. Oh my god. It is almost gym time too. Yeah, if you're on Ether, password's 1227. The character is Slackahapicus, not my normal guy. Dungeons, form a party, password 1227. On Ether. Give it a minute or two, and then we'll go with what we got. They do accumulate across streams, Triforce, yes. There's a donk. But crafting. Craft mac and cheese? Healer on... Oh, never mind. We're good. Let's make it happen, Cap'n. Time to ruin this dungeon. Be far from my first time. Bam, 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 bam. Fortunately, this one goes very quickly. It's been very nice being a bard in a dungeon nowadays. Pitch Perfect does work. Whoa. Took a smack or two right there. Yes. Boop. Yeah, new Pitch Perfect makes starting trash pulls with 2s feel a lot better. What do you mean? I love getting synced down and using wide volley. That's like the highlight of being synced down on bar. I was doing Alliance Roulette and I got, I think it was Lighthouse. Yeah, Lighthouse, and I remembered I had it and I was like, oh, it makes you miss it more at cap. Okay, that's fair. That's true. You raise a good point. No, you're right. That's true. That's definitely true. I'm actually gonna burn this here. This one won't be alive much longer anyway. Perfect. 2-minute song. Stay with me. I mean, I also won't have Army's Ethos, but who cares? No, my Punity! Leave it alone! No! The harness! Give me my Punity back! We're losing speed! I can't command the Punity like this. Alice, you should have done something. You saw what he was doing. I always liked to assume it was the same Punity, but it's not. I hadn't actually looked. I was like, oh, did it escape and then come after us? Punity Prime. But it's not. It's not the same one. What do you mean? Songs are untargeted now. You need to be in combat, but they're untargeted. That was very specifically one of the changes they made. Bam, 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 bam. The Atkins just doing some MSQ playthrough. Enjoying the start of it. What's going on, Grana? I'm just doing my thing. I'm just doing my thing. Ah, this is the easy one. This is the stand still and wait for a mechanic to resolve one. That's my favorite version of that mechanic. That's exactly what I'm doing, Triforce. Glad I did it this way. I would have never been able to take MSQ this at this pace on launch. That's why Endwalker's the only time I've ever done that. Because Endwalker was Endwalker, like, you know. Hello, Fear to Beard. For one of those two patterns, yeah, you just stand still until the very last bit. I like that it looked like you were hiding. Actually, I'm gonna do this here. And then I won't bother switching songs because I can just wait till the next pull, and then I should have twos up for the last pull. I'm a ninja. Yeah, you just like hid behind the rocks. Bard is, how would I describe? Machinist in an ideal skill speed is probably the one I enjoy most. But Bard at all skill speeds is more playable. It still has the same like rigidity with song rotation, but even still. Playing Dancer, like, so 2.47 is the skill speed that you have unless you deliberately downgrade your pants to avoid having any skill speed at level 100. Like if you're in like all the ideal stuff, you're at 2.47. I'm at 2.44 right now. Killing me. And Machinist and Dancer both have oddities at anything but 2.5. Bard I can work around. Since the songs aren't affected by it, so I can just, you know, burst shot, burst shot, burst shot. Speaking of Bard and oddities, when you're in an enemy's hitbox, it's firing forward. You can see it hitting them all, but I don't think the arrows themselves have realized that yet. The arrows all fire backwards when you're in your target's hitbox. Such a weird, like, visual bug. They just fire in the opposite direction. I've been noticing that since I leveled it, but, you know, it's still funny. The arrows are confused. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? That way. I like the idea that nobody in the party thinks, why don't we just go around this thing? Like, this thing is, like, you literally can walk right up to this thing and it does nothing to you. And for some reason, we're compelled to eliminate it. We're the bad guys. I doubt we can. Hey, that's what we call not even trying. Can we sneak around it? I doubt we can. No, quite literally, you can run up to the gate. The made-up gate that doesn't actually exist. That doesn't stop anyone from progressing. It's not really there. It can't affect you. It only affects us because it has to. I came, I saw, I killed, I came again. It probably did something to deserve it. You're right. I'm sure this thing will be a mount before the end of the expansion anyway. We had to wake it up just to put it into an even deeper slumber. One might say that slumber is eternal. You can do whatever you want, Rakuma. It doesn't really matter. Now it sleeps forever! Forever! There's only 2 dungeon pulls. I can just go through Ballad and pay on for this. Alright, fine. You don't want to give me the gauge? I'll just use it now. Listen. It had to go this way, Teddy. There was no other alternative. That's a lot of dudes. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have Tataru's mask back there. It stays there pretty often. I don't really have to think about it. Bam, 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 bam. Leave me alone, giant Final Fantasy IX bug. Burn the bug. Burn it. Oh, I was really hoping for a proc there. The procs have been kind of rude to me all dungeon. Go ahead, chomp away. You know how I knew that wasn't going to work? I saw you trying to go up for the melee hit, because I tried doing that at Mediator, and I learned very swiftly that that cast is too fast. I did the same thing, except I was on Viper. Whee! My very useful repelling shot. But you got something against thick bugs? Listen, he's been working out, you know? Never seen him jump that far away for that one. At least never felt that far away. Ah, yes. The fun part. I was actually out of range there. Don't worry, I got it. Just like in real life, I prefer to kill my bugs by firing a giant fucking laser at them. I can see no difference. Wow, the longbow dropped. Not that I need the longbow, but still. All right, thanks for the quick dungeon. We're here.
This is as far as we can go on foot, it seems. We'll have to head back and see about fixing the boat.
It's already fixed. I still don't understand how it went up the fucking waterfall, but still.
Everyone all right?
I was worried we might not catch up to you. Those caravans you traversed were dug by the Yaqui in their search for gold. Remnants of their excavations can be found throughout this region. Well, I appreciate the lesson, oh wise guide. Are we landing this boat soon? Our journey is almost over. For proof of that, you need only look ahead. The falls were impressive enough from a distance, but it's almost too much now. Yes, amazing. Now please let me off. No, no more boats. More boats, more boats. Are you? Oh, you're not all right. I should be surprised if she was. Even without the nausea, we're all spent. There is a mountain shelter nearby, a resting spot for those who've ascended the stairs. I suggest we make use of it. That would be a welcome respite. Have you the strength for a short walk, Wuklamat? We can rest along the way, too. Damn it all. A promise is meant to lead from the front, not mule and moan like a sick kitten. Huh. Wuklamat. Ignore me. It's the nausea talking. I'm fine, really. Lead on. I'll follow. Very well. But if I might say one thing. Just because you're a promise or a claimant for the throne doesn't mean you can't be seen to struggle. You needn't bear this burden alone, so please don't hesitate to talk to us. We're always willing to lend an ear. But Krile, leaning on others is a skill all... Yeah, exactly. You're nothing without the people who support you. That's why they're called support. You as well, Slaka. I've always believed this is my problem alone. But perhaps you have the right of it. All right, I'll talk about things. Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts. Of course, as long as you need. We'll be waiting at the shelter when you're ready. I've long felt that I could never tell anyone when I was confused or hurting, that admitting to weakness would bring shame to Papa's name. But if you say you're willing to listen, then there are things I'd like to talk about. Come on, let's catch up with the others. Alright. Yeah, I'll worry about the one to the southwest during the stealth mission. Another stealth mission making me feel dumb. We should stop here for the night. I understand the desire to rush ahead, but we need to recuperate from our punishing river adventure. Then let's settle in. We'll need a cook fire, and there's meal preparation to be done.
I've been meaning to ask, but how does one become the adopted child of the Dawn Servant?
I was but a ball of fuzz at the time, so I don't remember much. My earliest memories are of life in the palace. All I know
Those are
is
good
that
memories.
I was born in Ikbrash, a village in Yaktel. But I've never bothered to return there. As far as I'm concerned, Ulul Jaja is my only parent.
Well, parents
I quite
still,
understand.
you know?
I have no memories of my birth parents either. For a while, I wanted to learn who they were. But over time, that curiosity waned. Galuf was my dear grandfather, and he was all I needed.
So our situations were quite similar. Even though Papa already had a trueborn son, he raised me and Kona with no less love. One time, I'd wandered off alone into the forest and gotten lost. Before I became a meal for some beast, Papa dropped everything and came to my rescue.
Thank you, Papa.
I was scared and sobbing and ready for a scolding. But the head of resolve praised me for surviving the ordeal.
What about the other head?
I did get my lecture from the head of reason, though.
That's what I thought.
He went on and on about the dangers of the jungle.
Like
and
I
all the
said,
horrible
parents.
ways I could have died. Growing up, Papa was kind and patient, but a tyrant when it came to training. Now, of course, I realize he was preparing me for my duties as a promise. For all the good it did. There's so much I failed to learn about my own country. Whether it's alpacas or Ihihana. I
Okay,
hardly know
you can't be
anything.
upset about Ihihana because they
I've
forgot.
lived
How would
such
you
a
know?
Sheltered life, yet convinced myself I understood Tural and its people. I don't have Kona's education or Zoralja's strength. I'm all bluff and bravado, not fit to bear my title.
I already said that once before. I'm not saying it again. It makes you seem like I'm unoriginal.
Why? Because my father built a nation where everyone can live in peace. And I want to keep it that way. I think I see what you're saying. my reasons for joining the contest have nothing to do with my brothers. It's always been about the Turali and what I can do for them.
You said it yourself. How important it is to properly know something. To hear the voices of others, empathize with how they feel, and think how best to serve. In so doing, you'll come ever closer to being the person you wish to be.
I'm sorry, everyone. I've been a fool. From this moment on, I'll stop trying to be the promise I'm not. I won't feign strength to hide my weaknesses. Step by step, I'll learn all there is to know and love about Tuliyollal and my fellow Turali. It might not be the smoothest path, but it'll be a path of my own making. I will find the City of Gold for all of us, along with the answers you seek about your grandfather, Kryl. I swear.
I appreciate it, Wuk-Lamat, but you needn't take on that burden as well. Galuf Baldessian dedicated his life to protecting people from all manner of threats. As his granddaughter, I wouldn't wish to endanger others for the sake of a personal investigation. So let's just concentrate on winning the contest. We have a shared goal, and, if at all possible, I'd rather we enjoy the journey.
Hear, hear. We are companions on the same road, bound for the same destination. With our combined talents, nothing will stop us from reaching the Golden City.
Damn right.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
Good to see you smiling, Erenvel. Meanwhile, Ghana. This is the scene from the trailer.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, no, it's not.
I am proud to call you my friends.
They're just listening.
They seem to be enjoying themselves. Are you sure you don't want to go and say a word to your sister?
Nay, there is no need for that. But what of you two? Wuk-Lamat's allies are your comrades. It must feel strange to be rivals.
Helping you has made us rivals, aye. But we're not about to break into fisticuffs over it. Unless, of course, it is a matter of winning or losing the contest. Then I'll have no qualms about putting Alisaie on her rear.
Taking that challenge real personal, huh?
Despite our long history, never have I been given the chance to test myself against our companions. The thought stirreth within me a most unexpected sense of competition.
Lamaty'i has surrounded herself with distinguished figures indeed. One of the Studium's finest graduates, the head of the students of Baldessian. And then, there's Eorzea's vaunted champion. If he's half the hero you say, then the odds are stacked against us. Not that I've any intention of bowing out. Our time in Urkelpacha only served to strengthen my resolve. We saw how a single storm cut off the alpaca roots and threw my people's lives into disarray. Such uncertainties are why I advocate for the adoption of Sharlayan innovations, that Tuliyollal might know greater stability and prosperity. Our nation can change for the better. And I will be the man to change it.
It's alright, we'll just make you,
Well,
we'll give you a special position on the council.
I imagine your experiences on this journey, all the things you'll hear and feel and think.
Really, Thancred? You're just gonna plagiarize that shit? Really?
But to return to the subject of the rite, I'm a touch concerned by the condition for victory.
Even he was like, what did you just say?
The claimant who breaks the seal becomes Dawn Servant, not the one who performed the 7 feats first.
The would-be victor need only possess the 7 keystones.
That is correct. As the contest wears on, we must brace ourselves for greater conflict.
Yeah, they're like, dude, Bakul Jaja's just gonna try to take all 7, isn't he? They're right. And then Zoraljah.
Your rivals still lag behind. The second and third promise may have recruited competent lackeys, but none compared to you. How can they hope to compete with the resilient sun? The only child ever sired by a two-head. Only the ignorant or foolish could fail to see that you were born to be Dawn's servant.
Such titles mean nothing.
I neglected to mention, when I first heard the rumors that the contest involved the Golden City, I spoke in confidence with Gulul Jaja's inner circle. They all agreed on one thing. Whoever reaches the City of Gold will attain a power so great, it can dictate the course of history. If this power truly exists, then I humbly beg a fair share of it. Time is passing, and I would put my plans in motion without delay. The useless tool.
I don't
is
like that you're
cast
the one with the
aside,
plans,
after all.
Zuriel.
And just so there is no misunderstanding, you consent to this course, no matter who is made to suffer.
In battle, everyone bleeds. The Dawn's promise is no exception. What better lesson to teach our people the folly of war?
I don't like that. I don't like when he smiles and his eyes move on their own. I don't like anything about that. And then Bakul, yeah, I mean, I figured as much.
I was hoping for a good scrap, but this bloated sack of bile was no challenge at all.
I wonder if the house cat is dead yet.
Be ashamed to lose a plaything, but we'd still have 2 more.
Just you wait.
If I may ask, Chosen One, what are your plans for Tuliyollal after you take the throne?
Plans? What makes you think we care about all that?
We care only about the contest and proving our superiority.
That would surely please Mother and Father.
Oh,
yes,
that's not
and
good.
when we become Dawn's servant, we'll drive out the weakling masses and invite our kin to live in the city.
Fine idea! Our family deserves better than that rotten jungle.
Damn, but that's home.
But do it then. We must catch up to that one-headed pretender and remind him of the natural order.
I made it.
You're gonna get killed because you could barely keep up. This
I
motherfucker's
thought we
dead.
were missing someone. Where have you been?
Let me guess. You can't have any weaklings in your entourage.
I thought I was done for when I fell from the boat. Yet somehow I made it. Oh, my arms. I can barely lift them. If I could just rest a moment.
You expect us to wait for you? Those who can't keep up will be left behind.
Aloha.
My brother has spoken. March, or be fodder for the beasts.
But I followed the teachings.
Oh, you talked back.
Everything I've sacrificed, all has been for the blessed seedlings. Wait. Don't leave me behind. I'm begging you.
Light party. Technically, they were already a light party. Somebody takes that scene and when it cuts to black, it just says light party. It just flashes light party on the screen. Being able to say those things has brought me such relief. It's like a stone has been lifted off my chest, and I can take a full breath at last. All right. All right, and I think that's a pretty good spot to wrap MSQ for the day. So I'm going to be doing MSQ again tomorrow. Monday I will be, but I have to take a short break. Oh, well, I guess I have to wait for the hype train to finish, but that's fine. Thank you for the Prime sub. And Swander, thanks for the 16 months. Welcome back. I could turn on my alerts at least for a few minutes. Aloha. Chill. Stop, dude. It's so whiny today. Yeah, I gotta wait till the hype train goes away. Can't end while there's one going. Story's been good so far. A lot of setting.
Celebrial just subscribed.
Thank you for the multi-month sub, Celebrial. Thank you for the applause. Aloha's like, and I have to go to the gym. So I don't know what he thinks is gonna happen. I'm going to the gym right after this. It's leg day, man. Today's, Aloha, stop. Big quad day. I got my hack squats. I got my leg extensions. I probably got Bulgarians to do today. I do legs twice a week.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of setting up the characters. And all very well done. Wish more of it was voiced, but I always feel that way about 14. Besides, it gives me the opportunity.
A few moments later.
Besides, it gives me the opportunity to do it, which is good. Actually, since I'll probably be uploading this, I should probably. I don't think any of it's a problem, but I'm gonna go back to this scene. That's not the right scene. That's the right scene. Yeah, shut up. Haha. Yeah, that's why I got thick legs, man. Have a good day, Dan. But overall, it's been pretty well done. I've liked most of the characters that have been introduced. But yeah, it's always just down to please voice more scenes. Will always be the demand every single time. Even if I don't mind getting the chance to do it myself. I certainly don't mind the chance to do it myself. I appreciate it, Outset. Yeah, I do legs on Wednesday and Saturday. I'm just getting back into it after like almost 2 weeks away from the gym. So my calves are still a little sore, so I might not do calves. Normally I do like a set of calves. I do 3 to 4 sets of calves on Wednesday and 3 to 4 sets on Saturday for just calves. But they're still a little sore. I did go extra. I did do 5 sets on Wednesday, which is probably a mistake. But that's fine. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it so far. Cinnamon flavored protein. No, thank you. I actually need to buy more protein. I might have to do that today. I think I have enough for like 2 or 3 more gym days. But it's been overall positive so far. I've definitely enjoyed it a fair share. Bam, 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 bam. I always like learning new stuff. I'm the person who'll forget half this shit later, but while I'm experiencing it, I really like to learn this kind of stuff. Aloha, you're such a menace. I'm going to the gym after this. I don't know what you think is happening. I'm not giving you treats. I'm not laying on the couch and I'm not giving you treats. And those are the... Wait, let me touch your head. Did you stick your head under the fountain again? No, you didn't. Now you're just being annoying. Got it. Got it. Just wanted to make sure I knew where we stood, Aloha. Yeah. All right, as soon as the hype train ends, it's gym time. Fortunately, Saturdays are dead at my gym. Deadzo. Especially for legs. Anyone who's there is doing like chest or back on a Saturday. Hello, Sam. I might be doing some bonus evening streams though, depending on what my schedule is like. Cause like I gotta get the MSQ chopped up and like uploaded. I'll probably just do it in like few hour segments for each one. Definitely not a whole stream per upload. And I got to do my thoughts videos. But if I do in the evening won't be MSQ. The evening will be leveling because I also want to do job thought videos as well. So I just got to make sure that I'm staying strong on the content machine. I am the content machine. Like to make sure that I keep it strong. The machine. The content Majin. No, I'm not Majin happy. And Scam Train is done. All right, perfect. I'm off to the gym. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. We'll be continuing where we left off. Hopefully we can go from probably 81 to 83. 80 to 81 is historically really long because of the double zone thing that they do to split us up. So I assume 81, I'll probably be able to finish up to Valagarmanda tomorrow. Or up to and through Valagarmanda. That's what the plan is at the very least. And then Monday's going to be split into 2 streams because I have the Grinding Gears podcast on Monday. Yeah, 91 to 93. So not what I just said. I said 90 to 91 is normally very long because of the split zones. Yeah, I'll be on Grinding Gears on Monday. So I'll have to like do a couple hours and then stop and then come back. I don't have the gym on Monday, so that should be fine. Yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. I will see you later. Until then, I bid you adieu. Bye-bye.